I tested positive for COVID.
Ooh, I'm sorry
Yeah.
to hear that. Wow.
Um, Thank God it's a lot better now. I'm kind of at the end of it, but we're still waiting a few more days to get tested and see if we're positive or negative, if we're contagious or not, so we can kind of resume with everyday life.
How are you
But
doing though? Are you feeling okay or are you
yeah, I'm
asymptomatic?
feeling so much better. Yesterday was kind of my last difficult day, I think. It's been up and down. Thankfully, nobody has had serious symptoms. Out of my family, I'm the one that got hit the hardest, but the hardest was just a lot of body aches and fever, some nausea, whatever.
Oh
Just
wow. I'm
those
sorry
fun,
to hear it.
those fun
I'm so
symptoms.
sorry to hear it, but I'm glad that it sounds like you're largely past it now.
Yeah, I'm really happy about it. It was a rough week and a half, but thankfully things are better. Um, but this meeting kind of landed at a really good point because I was sick and I felt really sick and I didn't want to touch anything LSAT in January. LSAT is 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
So um that that took away. I mean, before I got tested, I was feeling sick as well, so I didn't really want to study and I wasn't able to study as much as I would have wanted to. So that's about 2 weeks of rigorous studying that I was just physically wasn't able to do. I do a logic game every here and there to try to keep my brain awake and not feel completely disconnected, but I just knew that I needed to take the time to recover. Because if I was just stressed and studying all the time, I just wasn't going to recover and be a longer recovery process. So um this is something that I I faced and pretty close to test day. I'm thankful that it wasn't any closer to test time because I possibly could still be sick if it happened later.
Yeah.
But it happened around Christmas time, so I've had time to recover. I'm taking a winter semester and classes start again today after like a few days breaks, and I feel okay to do that. So I feel okay if I'm okay to tackle my classes. I feel okay to go back into studying, but now the strategy is very, it has to be pretty different because it's crunch time. Um, it would have been crunch time if I had tested positive or not. Um, but now it's even more so. So I kind of wanted to have this conversation with you. I'm not sure if any other students have tested positive, hopefully not, that may be going through this, but potentially somebody else that, um, hopefully not, God forbid, but if somebody else does test positive either for January or for any other LSAT, just what it is. It's a weird circumstance, but what are the things that you might recommend for a student in this kind of situation?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're certainly not the only one for either January or February or in general over the past year or so. COVID has affected so many people to varying degrees in one way or another. And so every situation is going to be unique. Thankfully, you're okay now. You're largely past it.
Yeah, we got through.
Yeah, you got through it. I mean, it took you away for a while. Now you're back, exams in 2 weeks. So take a moment to just check in, evaluate where you stand, evaluate how you're feeling. And if you're feeling comfortable still, moving ahead to take the January LSAT specifically versus possibly acknowledging that it may have taken some time away from the LSAT and you may want to push it back a little bit. So that's the first thing I'd be looking at. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.